Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So today we are going to do things a little bit different. I'm going to read sections of something, and I'll tell you who it is at the end, and I'll have the link to the whole thing because I'm only going to be reading passages down below. Then we're going to go over what they're kind of indicating in this, what it means, and what certain groups might be able to do to further their cause. Okay, so it starts off. Republicans must learn to quit underestimating President Joe Biden. The clarity of winning and losing creates a clarity of analysis about who is doing well and who isn't. If you apply that simple model to Biden, you realize how well he is doing by his own definition of success. However, conservatives' hostility to the Biden administration on our terms tends to blind us to just how effective Biden has been on his terms. We dislike Biden so much, we pettily focus on his speaking difficulties, sometimes strange behavior, clear lapses of memory, and personal flaws. Our aversion to him and his policies make us underestimate him and the Democrats. Biden has carefully and cautiously waged war in Ukraine with no American troops. Although poorly timed and slowly delivered, U.S. weapons and financial aid have helped cripple what most thought would have been an easy victory for Russian President Vladimir Putin. The Biden team had one of the best first-term off-year elections in history. And then a little bit of foreshadowing on what they want to do. Today, there is not nearly enough understanding or acknowledgement among leading Republicans that our system and approach failed. We need to rethink from the ground up how we are going to defeat big government socialism. That's Newt Gingrich. That is Newt Gingrich, a Republican extraordinaire. When I want to know what I'm doing wrong, I tend to not ask my close friends. I ask people that really kind of don't like me. Because your opposition's evaluation is always going to be more accurate than a self-evaluation. The old guard in the Republican Party has kind of finally started to wise up to Biden's low-key approach to stuff and how much he's been able to get through. They also, Gingrich in this case, is pretty heavily pushing to the idea of shifting from their normal, what they've been doing the last few years, and moving back to the idea of defeating socialism, and using that word again. Okay, so here's the thing. Opposition evaluation of the Republican thought process. They don't understand how comfortable younger voters are with the word socialism. They're going to make Biden way cooler than he is in this. That's what's going to happen. If they follow that road and that template, they will help Biden, not hurt him. The Republican Party, the leadership there, is just apparently unable to understand or acknowledge that it's not their framing, it's their policies. Their policies are easy to defeat because they're from the 1960s. They went back. They went back rather than progressing with the rest of the country. It makes them an easy target. That's why they're on the losing streak they're on. Now, for leftists, when I say this, I'm talking about leftists, not liberals. The most important thing that leftists can do as far as civic engagement with the electoral process right now is constantly hammer Biden for not being socialist enough. I know that's going to be really hard for y'all, like telling a bunch of sharks to swim. It would be incredibly helpful, not just to you, but to Biden as well. The Republican Party appears to be poised to constantly be throwing that word out there again. If you're on the left, now might be the time to really start educating people on what that word means, because they're going to be using it and pointing out that that's not what Biden is. And for those that don't know, Biden is not a socialist in any way, shape, or form. I think the Republican Party is going to have a real hard time casting him as that. And I think as they try, they may end up taking a large segment of the younger voting bloc and kind of making them wish that Biden was the Biden from the Republican memes. They're going to be wanting Dark Brandon. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.